Hello everyone, I am Dr. Peksha Tiwari, Assistant Professor of English from KMGGPG College, Badalpur, Gautam Budh Nagar. The topic of my teaching presentation is a poem composed by Emily Dickinson. The poem is entitled Success is Counted Sweetest by Those Who Never Succeed. This poem is written in 1859. It is a short lyric. This poem contains 12 lines divided into 3 stanza of 4 lines each. The form and structure of this poem that Emily Dickinson divided it into iambic trimeter, and the language of this poem is very simple but philosophical. It has a deep meaning too, and the poem talks about the symbolical meaning, the allegorical meaning in it, as the poem talks about the success in a paradoxical terms. As poetess emphasizes, she puts the main idea before the reader that success is considered sweetest by those who have never experienced it. So let's start and come to the poem. Success is counted sweetest by those who never succeed. To comprehend a nectar requires sorest need. Not one of all the purple host who took the flag today can tell the definition so clear of victory, as he defeated dying on whose forbidden ear distant strains of triumph burst agonized and clear. This poem is divided into 3 stanza. If we talk about the very first stanza of the poem, success is counted sweetest by those who never succeed. What does it mean? It means it is always experienced pleasant by those who suffers and who have desires to attain it, but until they remain failure in their attempts. But while facing failure, they never stop themselves. They try to get it. Because Emily Dickinson emphasize this very idea, because to comprehend nectar, you have to first undergo through bitter treatment. Means the sorest need. If you do not know what is black, then how do you recognize what is white? So in that terms, Emily Dickinson gives the example to comprehend nectar. For example, bees in want of nectar make honey. So honey is as sweet in nature, but they do not know aware of it while they are making honey. So Emily Dickinson gives this very idea. Those who are very desirous to attain it, they do hard labor to attain it, and anyhow if they experienced it, then they realize the actual taste of this success, because it reveals somewhere their hard step. As for example, the purple host, purple is for army, means the second stanza that contains the idea of that era in which Emily Dickinson was writing was era of civil war in America. So that time the army is also portrayed in this poem, where Emily Dickinson emphasized that it is the flag bearer, it is the person who has hold the flag, do not know the compromise, do not know the actual sacrifice behind the success. The one who is dying, the one who is defeated and on the ground, the one who is even verged to the death, he knows the actual earning, actual keenly desire for success. He knows the actual meaning of success, because he has a great earn to achieve it, to attain this success. Because in his shedding years, in his dying voice, still he is craving for success. So that's why he couldn't he hear the actual voice, the other party who is rejoicing their success, they are habitual of getting success of it. So Emily Dickinson's emphasize the very idea that those who are rejoicing and those who are habitual of success is very easy. They do not know the actual sacrifice, actual value, worth of this success, rather than the person who remains failure but they attempt to gain it, to attain it. This is the actual meaning of success. This is the actual worth of success. The poem is highly symbolical, meaningful for those, and the poem has a very optimistic point of view. It presents before the reader that failure should not consider as a dejection, but it is a new way, it is a path to get a new attempt in new directions in a positively way. So the poem is portrayed very positively by Emily Dickinson. It has a paradoxical image for those who remains failure, but they know they experience success at its best. Thank you.